Hey folks, this is Williams Vintage Cycle, Xenia, Ohio. Got another vintage Japanese motorcycle to show you today. This one here is a 1972 Honda CL450. I'll do a little walk around video with you, show you some close-ups of it. Tell you what I know about it, and then I'll put it through the grass here, start it up. So the last video I did, I was telling you about we bought about 10 bikes from a collector, and that was all high-end stuff. So this one was also part of a 10 bike, may have been 11 or 12. I think it was about 10 bikes, but it was a different guy. So all the bikes we got from another local guy, but all the bikes were more barn find condition. You know, they were all needed some loving, TLC hadn't ran in years, that kind of stuff. So that's the lot that this bike came out of. So this one is not a restoration by any means, but we're going to call this one a revival because we revived it from the dead, basically. So cosmetically, pretty much what you see is how we got it. You know, we washed it and shined it up a little bit, but didn't do any paint work or plating or painting or anything like that. This is the original 1972 Honda paint job. It's got some plenty of little rust speckles or patina throughout. If you like your motorcycles patinaed, this one definitely has that. Seat cover's in pretty good shape though for being 1972. I see a little place there. Some of the stitching there, as usual, starts to show on the strap. That's pretty common. Let's see. Rear fender chrome looks pretty nice though. That's not bad. Still got the original Honda mirrors on. That's pretty cool. Little HM logos. Seems like those are always busted and gone. Correct gray cables are still on it. Yeah, front fender's got the typical Japanese chrome. Zoom in on it, there's some little scratches and speckles and stuff like that. These CLs got the pretty cool exhaust system on it. It's the high pipe. I always like that kind of how it wraps around each other when it comes out. And you don't see a whole lot of CL450s. CB450s are everywhere, CB350s, and maybe some of the smaller CLs, you know, the 350s, 360s. But at least for me, I don't see a lot of 450s out there. Well, you don't see this style bike out on the road anywhere anymore. I'm talking, you know, shows and swap meets, stuff like that. Unfortunately, the gas tank's got a bit of a dent down here, right here, backside. No idea how that happened. That's how it came to us. PDR guy could probably get that out, but with the paint condition of the tank, if you were going to restore that, you'd probably be repainting it anyway. So I'm not sure why you'd pay a PDR guy unless you just really like the patina. Bike's got 16,082 miles showing on it. It looks like it's obviously been down at some point lately. There's a little scrape in that little muffler tip there, but it doesn't appear that it got the turn signals, or let's see, usually they get the grips and levers. Yeah, right there on the grip. So probably that muffler tip and that grip, because I don't see anything on the lever, don't see anything on the mirror. So must have been a pretty light laydown, maybe in their driveway or something. Who knows? Probably happened 50 years ago. So like I said, when we got this one, it'd been sitting in the barn. Not sure how long, but we went through, we've got a ultrasonic cleaner, so we take the carbs off, disassemble them, run them through the ultrasonic cleaner. We'll test the, you know, you just have the brass floats in them, so you got to test the brass floats, make sure they don't have any holes. Try to stay with the original brass, you know, the jets and stuff. Don't buy none of those Chinese rebuild kits or anything. That just introduces problems. It's got its all factory original brass inside there. Floats weren't leaking, so didn't put new fuel lines on there. That old fuel line just rots away. Of course, gave it an oil change. Did put a set of brand new IRC tires on it, front and rear, new tires, tubes. We like to go with the IRC tires because they're made in Japan. It's kind of a correct era attire. It's got the nice vintage looking tread on them. It's perfect for these old 70s Japanese bikes. This one's kickstart or electric start. I know the electric start works. I'm not sure. I've tried the kickstart. We can try that here in a minute. When I wrote it over here for the video, I tested out the turn signals in the horn, and those are working. I'll show that to you. Factory, it's original Honda key. Sometimes those are missing. You'll have keys from the local hardware store or whatnot. So, oh, we did put a new drive chain on it. The old one was kind of rusty. So, got a new chain, got a new battery in. Let's see, let me show you under the seat. Get the key. If I can do this one-handed. There we go. So, there we go. Pretty tidy in there. I always hate when you pop these seats up and you see a bunch of electrical tape and wire nuts and all kinds of mischief. So this one looks pretty clean there. There's your new battery. Rubber strap looks pretty good. That's surprising. Uh-oh, looks like we didn't get this one back around the gas tank the right way. Let's see if I can do that. It's supposed to wrap around. Oops, that's probably why. 50-year-old rubber piece was broken. So let's see. We'll at least make it look proper. Yeah, so as you saw, that's broken, but that's the way it's supposed to go. Not sure if anybody, I know Honda's not going to make that anymore. I'm not sure if somebody reproduces that or not. Manual tray. Let's see if we got anything in here. Hey, look at that. Original waterlogged owner's manual. What's this other thing? An insurance card. Let me take a look at this. Hang on, let me see if there's any personal information on here. Oh, yep. So that is that's the guy that we bought the bikes from. I'll cover his name up here. But well, that's, oh, there we go. CL. That's weird. They called it a CB450, but over here they got CL450. Let's see if this is the VIN number for this bike. What is that? 14216. Let's see. 14216. So yep. So he had this was for this bike back in 2008, 2009. So he must have been riding this one because he's got an Indian Chief and a Harley and this. So probably last ridden about 2008, 2009. I would have thought it sat longer than that, honestly. So. Alright, I don't think there's nothing else to show you in there. Yeah, let's see. Toolbox. Look at that. I got the original toolkits in there. That's pretty cool. See, it's originally got the HM Honda Motors logo. I'm not going to pull it out and go through it all, but there's definitely tools in that. So let's start it up, run through some lights and switches for you. As I said, I was going to try that Kickstarter out, so let's try the kicker first, and then I'll turn it off and we'll hit the electric starter so you can see that they both work. Alright, well, we're about a week and a half later from that last video. I started it up for you guys, and it had developed a lean hang, which means that it was running a little lean, and when you revved it up, it would kind of hang up. So took it back to the shop to see what was going on, and they found the right side airbox boot actually had a big split in it, so it was sucking a whole lot of extra air. So got a new one of those in there, and seems to be running a whole lot better now. So let's try this run thing again. Keeping in mind, this is a old motorcycle, not a restoration, just as a revival, kind of as we call it. We brought her back from the dead. It runs. So you might want to take it to the next level though if you buy it. So here we go. Let's see here. I think I said I was going to show you the kicker first and then the electric, so let's do that. So all right, keys on. I already got the fuel on because I rode it over here. Neutral lights on. If I can hold this and kick at the same time. Oof. There we go. So there's with the kickstart, and we'll kill it. Show you the electric start works. This is back in the era when you could still turn the headlight off in the United States. About 75 or so, the feds mandated that all motorcycles had to have a headlight on all the time. So before that, you could actually turn it on and off. So now I got headlight on, and then your high beam gives you your high beam indicator there, and it changes. There you go, and then back off. Oh, let's see if the turn signal stuff. Yep, there's the left front, rear, right front, and right rear. Horn. And brake light. You can see that in the sun. Alright, I don't think there's anything else to show you. Just wanted to show you that it's a runner. And again, we're Williams Vintage Cycle in Xenia, Ohio. If you have any questions or comments, appreciate it. If you put them down there below, we usually read through those a couple times a week, respond to them. And if you would, give us a like and a subscribe. We appreciate it. Thanks.